Now you're going to see the difference between playing a player that's well lower in rating. This is also an Indian player, and they're a class D player. This is one of my favourite openings.
Check.
Covering that pawn that he's just attacked. I know this this opening very, very well. Basically, black is wasting time if they come up against a proper defence.
Kinside castle in.
It's really not a good idea to play an opening like this against an experienced player. The chances of him losing his queen are quite high. As you see, now all he's just like running around, all he can think about is protecting the queen that he brought out too early. It's called the wayward queen, that opening, by the way. You bring out the queen straight away. But it's really not recommended against experienced players. It's really a bad idea. So I can actually ignore that and just carry on with my attack of his queen if I want to. So I can do something like that. It's a bit wild. I wouldn't do that against a good player, but I'll do it against this fellow. So how can we continue to attack the queen? That's always the question. How do we continue to attack the queen from this point? Well, we've got another one here. She has to keep running. See, she's just got to keep running. She's really running out of squares so fast. I think the only square she can go to now actually is that b5 square, and then that pins her against that rook. Of course, I've got a knight hanging now, but that's okay because I can capture his knight with check, so it doesn't matter. So I would do that first, of course. So that's the first thing we do. Just get rid of that. And then we can attack the queen again here. And there's a really nasty fork coming up as well here. So you see the difference when I'm playing a Class A player as when I'm playing a Class D player. So now I can take this. If he takes the knight, then it's simple. I just retreat with the bishop, and so I'm still up that piece. If he doesn't, then I just retreat with the knight. So in a way, the material now is fairly spectacularly in my favour. 2 rooks and 2 minor pieces. Well, I suppose, I don't know, 2 rooks and 2 minor pieces, and he's got a rook and 3 minor pieces, but the pawn count I've got 7, and he has got 7, but they're not very well structured. And as well, he's just kings all over the place. Nasty fork here. The structure is the main thing. His structure is absolutely demolished. It's just so full of problems here. He's got a check with the rook there, you see, taking that pawn. If he doesn't try to defend with bishops taken with check, queen taken, you know, what can he do?
Check.
Now his king's going to have to move. This is just looking really, really ridiculously bad for him. Dare I move the queen over? Where can he put his knight? I think I can. I think I can just move the queen over. And then if I take the bishop now, if he retreats the bishop, then it's going to be checkmate.
Checkmate.
So there we are. I thought finish with a bit of flair, with a bit of fireworks with a Class D player. Oh, he wants a rematch. Okay, let's give him a rematch. I will. I'll be generous because he's a Class D player. What's he going to do? Are we going to do the French defence? Oh, it's like that, is it? Okay. I have to castle quickly then, do I? Yeah. Does he know about en passant? I don't think so. The bishop's in the middle. I like my bishops in the middle. I quite like c5. Dangerous moves I'm making here. Okay, well then it's going to be that. Oh, he could try and just take that knight with his bishop. That wouldn't be good. I think I need to get the knight into a better square. Don't forget I'm eyeing your queen, mate. Okay, let's do that. Could probably win his bishop there, actually. Again, attacking the queen. And again. Again, he's, just using the queen is not that great an idea against a player who's fairly experienced. I mean, I'm playing a pretty regular game. I've got to tell you, I'm not playing that well. Class A player would wipe the floor with me the way I'm playing at the moment, and even I know it. But against this fellow, well, let's just set up a revealed attack against his queen here. He can't develop his king's knight unless he develops it to the outside. He needs to think of castling queenside. Again, I've just got attack after attack available on his queen here. And there's a pawn fork coming up as well.
Check.
be incredibly annoying to be playing against a player like me. Okay, we should parry this. Once again, it's the lack of a plan. Did I not castle yet?
Check.
That's quite funny. Okay, I haven't castled yet. Pretty wild attacking style here. Yeah, I do have to be careful because sometimes it's just this Class D player, but it might be a Class A player. It might be an expert who's only been on the site for a couple of weeks. You're giving me that, are you?
Check.
Okie dokie. Have it, then I shall.
Check.
Insta queen. Doesn't even matter if he recaps. Well, that was the wrong move.
Checkmate.
So that was his return match. He wants another. Are you sure you want to keep getting thrashed, mate?